Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readings by leonardtmunson.net. When a planet travels through a sign of the zodiac, as Venus does in Leo from July the 22nd through September the 3rd, it takes on the essence of that sign in a book analogy. The planet will represent the genre of the book: fiction, history, crime, horror, and the sign could be the method through which the story is told. Leo is the passionate romantic. This sign loves love, and it's also the sign of self-expression. So it is no surprise that Venus retrograde will bring focus on how we express ourselves in partnerships. Venus retrograde in Leo will ask us to reevaluate how authentic we are being in our partnerships and if we feel we are able to express ourselves freely. This retrograde will affect people differently depending on their relationship status, as giving some advice on how to handle this transit based on where you are. Happy single, when you are happy loving your single life, this is the time to invest in self-love. That means reconnecting with yourself, engaging in old habits, exploring your creative side, or perhaps finding a spiritual practice that resonates with you. Single and open to a love match, don't necessarily become attached during this time flux, but instead widen your dating pool, approaching dating with curiosity, and don't be afraid to express yourself fully. Partner. Some Leos is all about love. The retrograde provides a special opportunity to realign with your partner. It gives some signs a chance to recommit to that special someone and start on a fresh new page. It's also a great time to spice things up in your relationship and try something new to keep the spark alive. Just be mindful to lead with compassion, as Venus retrograde is like to bring up old issues or wounds too. Venus in retrograde for each zodiac sign. Aries, since the retrograde is affecting your house of creativity, love, and children, this may be a good time to consider how you approach dating. If you are currently single and open to meeting new potential partners, it may also be a time to explore your childhood in a new light. You may be evaluating the perspective you had on relationships when you was a child. Taurus, this Venus retrograde will affect your house of home and family, asking you to reevaluate your family relationship. Additionally, since Venus is all about beautiful presentation, you might consider giving your home a facelift. Explore a few simple redecorating ideas. Gemini, since Venus is hitting the house of communication and nerves, it's an important time for you to really share your feelings. Venus retrograde is about relationship, right? You may have some important conversation come up in your relationship about feeling free to speak and express your authentic truth. Cancer, with this transit occurring in your house of finance and body, it's likely that you will need to reevaluate your relationship to money. This includes straightening out your money priorities, studying your relationship between money and happiness, and more. You might also want to reflect on your relationship with your body. Do you love your body? Do you own your body? Are you confident in sharing your body with a consenting partner? Ask yourself these questions. Identify any areas that need to be discussed with a partner, particularly around sex. You may be reevaluating how you need to speak in up and in bed, and ask for pleasure you desire. Leo, Venus retrograde will highlight your house of identity and ego. This includes topics such as personality, looks, authenticity, and self-image. Not only will you have to think about what you value in relationships, but you might also want to consider which part of you looks are working for you and which parts are not. Virgo, activating your house of dreams, subconscious, and hidden desire, this retrograde is bound to make relationship a little more confusing for you. You're likely going to feel as though you have seen less clarity around your partnerships right now. Have no fear. Clarity will come after the retrograde. Trust your intuition in the meantime. Libra, with this retrograde highlighting your house of social circles and community, you might be identifying ways to conform to certain people or groups, such as people pleasing, showing up unauthentically, or hiding your parts of yourself to fit in. It is a great time to remind yourself of who you are today and how to express the real you with more intentions to the friends and loved ones you truly matter the most to you. Scorpio, with the retrograde hitting your house of career and legacy, you are reevaluating your efforts to work. Have you been overworking? It is time to ask for a raise. Right now is the time to reflect on the answers. Encourage you to finally express your demands. After the retrograde is over, time to ask for a raise or promotion. Sagittarius, this transit will activate your house of inspiration and new journeys. Now is a great time to consider how certain relationships, romantic or otherwise, might make you feel trapped. If you find yourself toe-tipping around a certain person, you might want to let them go during this retrograde. Capricorn, the retrograde is traveling through your house of contacts and psychology. It is priming you for a deep dive into the ways in which you experience toxicity in love and money. For example, maybe you are still clinging to a destructive ex. Ask yourself, what bonds are more unhealthy for me to keep around? It may be just the right time to do some deep shadow work in order to be your most creative and bold magnetic self. Aquarius, hitting your house of relationships and marriage, this Venus retrograde could not be more about partnership. For you, it is encouraging you to understand your relationship on a deeper level. Be gentle with yourself and those you are in connection with, but try to see things as they really are too. Pisces, this retrograde is traveling through your house of wellness and health. It's a great opportunity to think about how to receive compliments, money, or words of affection in your day-to-day life. Do you welcome them with open arms, or is there room for improvement? Consider ways to receive the gratitude and appreciation people show you. So retrograde means when a planet is moving backwards. It's reviewing when that planet was going direct. What was overlooked? What was withheld from you? What was missed or you did not pay attention to? So Venus will be retrograding from July the 22nd to September the 3rd. So this is the time for you to look at love, money, and your relationships and partnerships in these areas. This is not a time to be upset about anything. It's to review and evaluate these issues. And what is not working for you, when Venus goes direct in September, it's time to let go. What is outworn, without lived, and it's no use for you anymore. And embrace the new opportunities that's going to come to you in love, money, relationships, and partnerships. So don't fear it. It's just a review. The key letters is R-E, review, re-examine, recheck, reestablish, restore. That is what you need to do when a Venus is retrograding in Leo. And Leo deals with matters of the heart. It deals with self. Are you getting what you need in matters of relationships that's connected with your heart? Or are you experiencing a positivity in these areas and not a negativity? Are you giving more and not receiving anything? So if you're giving more, it's time to hold back. And if you're not going to receive that, it's time to let go of this. When a planet is retrograding, people from the past will come back. exes,